Well, it's been a while, but let's go into the last world of the game. They just want to dream. But anyway, first world of the game, and I hate this mechanic. This mechanic is one of those ones that starts out... It's very simple at the start. These boxes will stick to those inverted colour sections. They can then be jumped on, used for double jumps, etc, etc. And if you hit them with a wind bullet, they'll just fall back down. While they're simple right now, later on they'll become incredibly difficult to work with. But first star of the game, first star of the level, first star of the world, really quickly. This level's actually very short and quick, and I like that about it. I wish I could say the rest of the world was as nice as this world, but that isn't true, sadly. For reference sake, just know that the uncut version of this video is about 40 minutes. There is a lot that has been cut out here. Not of this level, because, like I said, this level's pretty damn easy, actually. There's another fun thing with these. Because those grab blocks are often right at the top of your jump, they can be a little... You can't double jump onto them if you put one up and fall off onto it. But already we've got all 3 stars. And we have to move through a rotating room to get back to the exit. Which means a lot of play with this move up here. And a lot of very close calls with those rotations. There's no actual need to rotate it. Then it's just a case of tossing the grab block over there, and the exit's right there. Nice and easy. So we can move deeper into the castle, onto the second. This mechanic is pretty uninteresting, really. It just warps you around to different parts of the level. They never do anything interesting with them, because really there's not that much interesting to do. And another very quick star. Well, it's only so interesting you can get when you just go and... It's effectively just a door to another part of the area, which, given that there's no cohesive link between the areas, other than the fact that they're all in the same level, kind of ruins the whole idea. rarely see both sides of the door. So it's just a case of go through every single number, and eventually you'll track down all the stars. I do like this little puzzle though. It's probably the best thing they do with it. Because we needed to hit that toggle switch to get rid of that block there. But obviously you can't go through by just going around and through the sequence of doors again. So you actually have to backtrack, retrace your steps, actually think ahead a bit. Which is nice. As far as things we're doing with boomies goes, this isn't that difficult. The fact we haven't got much space to work with, though, does mean it becomes an issue of timing rather than just tossing the boomy up there. There's a few interesting things here. That little puzzle right there, just taking the grab block out before reactivating the block so you can get up to the star. It's a little sequence I actually quite like. And this is a very subtle puzzle here to teach you that you can attach two grab blocks to each other, and that completely takes away the need to use the flying moo to get across to the platform. I would say this is fun with pumps, but they're actually an obstacle rather than a puzzle piece. Dawdle too long on it, and it'll eventually drop too low for you to get onto it. So we just need the block to get across this gap. That gap. It grabs us the blue key. And we're back in the first room of the game. Once again, the level's a circular affair. For the level, let's move on further. And a change of scenery. Castlevania fans may be getting some flashbacks to their game's clock tower sections. And trust me, this level is just as infuriating. Warp doors now stop being all set up in a tidy little line. So it can become, from this point onward, it can become a little easy to completely lose your bearings with regards to where you're going with these warp doors. They don't appear in order either. Like you would have seen, number 4 was right up the easily noticeable one. And now this puzzle. I was working on this puzzle for a very long time. It's not difficult to figure out, but it's the execution that makes this difficult. Now it's just a question of getting one's bearings before moving on. Bit of grab block action there. It's necessary to get this arrow block down, even though it has to go in there anyway. We do need the grab block to actually get the boomy out, though. Switch hit, and finally the first star of the level. Yeah, this is the part of the game where I finally relented and started checking game facts. Even though it turned out everything I was doing in that room with the 3 switches was correct, I was just failing at implementing it. This room I like, I have to admit. This room is fun. It's another room where the aim is to step up something that you have around. In this case, at least initially, this grab block. We can toss that up there. And then we can work with this moo to actually get up to meet it. See? And the second star is waiting us at the top. Anyway, back in this room. In a fun turn of events, this grab block is pretty much useless. A bit of visible game FAQs checking there. I don't believe, from memory at least, it's been a while since this was actually recorded, I don't believe there is actually an area it can grab on to. And that jump can be made using a regular moo. This room is pretty much the worst. There is just no excuse for this. Because it does commit one of those cardinal sins of gaming that I like going on about so much. There's a collection of 9 arrows in this room. These bottom 6 we can adjust. But the ones at the top are frozen. We can't see the ones at the top unless we're actually up there. Which makes this section a right pain in the arse. Especially so since if you screw up and end up getting the block in that little loop there and then fall off it without managing to hit it back down, you then have to exit the room and re-enter because there's no way to get it back down. It's just too high up. And changing these is a tedious affair as well, since you have to double jump using the box. This is the actual solution though. That takes us up there, and into another warp door. Where immediately the last star of the game just dangles invitingly in front of us. And again, no actual use for the grab block, it's just there. But thankfully, that level's complete. Which means we can go hoverboarding. And this hoverboard level is terrible. What's really characterised the hoverboard levels up to this point is that it's always been obvious what is and what isn't a workable platform. In this clock tower environment with these cogs and wheels, this becomes less so. It can be hard to figure out where an actual slope begins. It doesn't make it hard to complete the hoverboard stage, but it's just the visual design compared to the rest of the hoverboard levels is incredibly ugly and pretty messy as well. To the point where it's not that it's not fun to play, it's a hoverboard level, there's only so much you can do, but it just leaves a bad taste in my mouth. You know, this is the first hoverboard level I've actually dropped below. Dropped down to 1 health. But it's done. This video's done. And we can move on to the second half of the world. Hopefully the next one won't take nearly as long to get out. But it will be the last one. So, I'll see you then. Bye bye.